in a band together and suddenly they're having so much fun. It's really difficult to not just have the best time of your life doing this new thing, you know?
One Direction was a boy band that took the world by storm with their very first song. The group quickly rose to fame and soon became one of the most successful boy bands in history. So when they announced their split, it was heartbreaking for fans all over the world. Recently, rumors of a potential reunion have started to circulate, creating a wave of excitement among the 1D fandom. Although there's a possibility that Zayn Malik might not join, as he left the group early, fans were thrilled when Harry Styles recently opened up about the idea of reuniting with his former bandmates. It's been over 6 years since One Direction went on hiatus, and their loyal fan base has been waiting eagerly ever since. Zayn left the band in 2015, citing stress as the reason. At the time, fans were worried that his departure would mark the beginning of the end. However, the remaining 4 members, Liam Payne, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Harry Styles, decided to continue as a group. Unfortunately, by the end of 2015, they too announced that they would be going on an indefinite hiatus. Since then, all members have focused on their solo careers. In an interview, Harry explained that the hiatus was necessary for their personal growth and evolution, as it had become difficult to carry the group's massive legacy any further. Over time, each member has expressed interest in a possible reunion. One Direction was originally formed in 2010 during the British talent show The X Factor and was signed to Simon Cowell's label, Psycho Records. The band released 5 albums that consistently topped charts and gave fans hit after hit. Their debut single, What Makes You Beautiful, became an instant classic, debuting at #1 on the UK singles chart, the highest entry for a British act in the US Billboard Hot 100 since 1998. Their 2014 Where We Are tour became the highest-grossing concert tour of the year, earning an estimated $290 million. Another major success came in 2015 when they released the single Drag Me Down, with no prior promotion, and yet it still reached the top of the charts in multiple countries. In 2016, reports began circulating that the group's hiatus was actually a permanent breakup, as none of the members renewed their contracts after completing the On the Road Again tour in October 2015. However, the band denied these claims and insisted that the hiatus was still just a break, with plans to return eventually. Despite saying the break would only last for 18 months, One Direction still hasn't officially reunited. Each member launched solo music careers starting in 2017, and since then, fans have clung to every interview and comment about the group's future. Zayn's departure was especially dramatic. In one of his first interviews after leaving, he told Fader magazine that One Direction's music felt generic and didn't suit his style. He claimed that any suggestions he made were often dismissed because they didn't fit the band's pre-decided image. Zayn said he wasn't fully behind the music they made and felt like they were only recording what management told them to. In a separate Rolling Stone interview, Zayn admitted he never really listened to One Direction's music, not as an insult, but as a personal opinion. He even stated that he never truly wanted to be in the band in the first place. Zayn later revealed that he no longer speaks to Harry or any of the other members. These comments drew backlash from fans who felt Zayn should respect the group that made him famous. Rumors of tension between him and the others only grew, especially after Zayn said that relationships had changed and that life had moved on. Some of the members had children, and they were all focused on different things now. Harry Styles, in response to Zayn's critical remarks, said that it was a shame Zayn felt that way but added that he wished him the best. He emphasized that if someone isn't happy doing something, they should move on and find what they love. Harry also explained the real reason behind the band's hiatus. They didn't want to burn out the fan base or damage the group's legacy. He stated that he loved the band and wouldn't rule out a reunion in the future. The band, after all, had given him everything and changed his life. Harry later dropped a subtle hint about the possibility of reuniting, saying that while it was great to see everyone exploring their own paths, it would be amazing if a reunion ever happened when the time was right for all of them. During his Saturday Night Live hosting gig in 2019, Harry made a playful joke that many fans took as a jab at Zayn. He referred to his former bandmates as Neil, Liam, Louis, and Ringo, swapping out Zayn's name for the first Beatles member to leave the group, a clear reference to Zayn's early departure. Despite the ups and downs, fans still hold on to hope. Whether it includes all 5 original members or just the remaining 4, a One Direction reunion would be one of the most exciting events in pop music history.
I love those guys. They're my brothers. Niall, Liam, Louis, and Ringo. Yeah, that's it.
In 2020, One Direction celebrated their 10th anniversary, marking a full decade since the beloved boy band was formed. To commemorate the milestone, the band released a special tribute video for their fans. On July 2nd, 2020, they teased the upcoming celebration, and soon after, 10 years of 1D began trending worldwide on Twitter. The very next day, One Direction launched a dedicated anniversary website that allowed fans to relive their favorite moments. The site featured highlights from the band's career, including past performances, photos, and memories. However, the website crashed almost immediately due to overwhelming traffic, proving just how strong the fan base remains even years after the group went on hiatus. All the band members took to their social media accounts to thank their fans for their unwavering support over the past 10 years. Harry Styles' tweet, in particular, broke records, becoming the fastest tweet to reach 1 million likes, achieving the milestone in just over an hour. As part of the celebration, One Direction also released a 4-minute and 50-second tribute video on YouTube. The video beautifully traced the band's journey from their first auditions on The X Factor to the announcement of their hiatus. It included a nostalgic timeline featuring music videos, artwork, television performances, behind-the-scenes footage, and even never-before-seen content, all wrapped into one heartfelt tribute. Amid the celebrations, reunion rumors began to spread again. Niall addressed the topic in an interview, saying that he was open to the idea of a reunion, but only if all the members were on board. He explained that the group would need to sit down together and have a proper discussion, though he wasn't sure when that might happen. Louis Tomlinson added to the excitement, saying that a reunion is inevitable, though he also admitted there was no set timeline for when it would happen. Liam Payne fueled the rumors further when he mentioned a recent phone conversation with Harry Styles. Liam expressed enthusiasm about the possibility of a reunion, saying, "I'd love for us to get into a room sometime. I think it would be the best thing." He later shared that he and Harry had a meaningful conversation about it, hinting that the idea was still alive among the members. According to reports, the COVID-19 pandemic had stalled potential reunion plans. During an Instagram live session, Liam confirmed that he was hopeful about the band reuniting soon. When a fan asked whether he had spoken to Harry recently, Liam responded by saying they had a wonderful, lovely chat. He revealed that Harry seems to have a sixth sense and always reaches out when one of the members is going through a hard time. He added that they had also talked about possibly meeting up soon. In an earlier interview from 2019, Harry said he would never say never to a reunion. He acknowledged that One Direction was a massive part of his life and that the bond they shared was something special. He explained, "It's pretty amazing to be a part of it. We all went through it together, and that's something we'll always have." Harry did mention that all the members had said at some point, "Hey, this was fun. We should do it again." But until everyone's schedules aligned, nothing could be confirmed. He also noted that he was currently enjoying the creative freedom of his solo music and experimenting with new sounds, which made it a bit difficult for him to shift back into the band dynamic. He added that even if the group came back together, it would never be the same as before, because they had all grown and evolved. That's all for today's video. Let us know in the comments below if you're also excited about the possibility of a One Direction reunion. If you enjoyed this update, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel Celeb Nexa for more hot celebrity news and the latest updates about your favorite stars. See you in the next one.